Okay, so just had a look around the house for super glue, no super glue, and as you can see this thing is whopping all over the place. Basically the amount of force it needs to stay in place, because you're pointing down on something and it's kind of going in an L shape and it isn't, so it has to be completely flush, and double-sided sticky tape on it just isn't man enough to do the job, so it needs some super glue. But what I'm going to do for now, I'm going to go the old-fashioned method, how you've probably seen done a million times on YouTube, which is to open up the system. So as you can see, we've got these ones just have like little plastic caps. This one and this one has like rubber feet. This one has a plastic cap. I've just put one screw in there just to hold it all together. So let me take that one out. Okay. So that's it. Okay, now you flip it back over again. And then this case. It's usually not that bad to get apart, but there we go. Let me just put the camera down for 1 second. Now, just so you know, notice this, the power button. It is a temperamental little sucker, always drops out on you every time you open this thing up, well most times when you open it up. So just be aware, make sure you see where it goes. This is the little micro switch in question. Let me get, also I highly recommend this anyway, you get a set of jeweler's screwdrivers, but there's the little switch. This is what we've been hitting. Oops, let me zoom out so you can actually see what we've been hitting. This thing here. Alright, so if I zoom out completely, you can see where it falls into the... So it's just next to this big screw here. And this looks like where one of these screws comes through from the back of the box. So, what we're going to do is the old tried and trusted YouTube special method, which is a bit of sellotape over the top. Let's do that. Okay. Nice bit of sellotape. Teeth to tear it. Oh, this is going to be fun. Alright, let's make it thinner. See, I've got my lovely dirty great big fingerprints all over it, which probably ain't going to help it stick. But we'll give it a try. Okay, and I'm using my jeweler's screwdrivers because they're nice and handy for getting into little spots like this. Now, I know some people have glued these things down, but seriously, a bit of tape should do the trick nicely. And you see, I'm using a nice fine edge. Let me zoom it out so you can see, give you a comparison. Look, I mean, it fits into this screw here, which is quite a tiny screw head. Just a nice little tiny screwdriver, and what we're going to do is make sure that's stuck on there. Remove it from the hole where it's stuck over the hole right now. Let's get it all the way away from the hole. Will it work or won't it work? There's only one way to find out. Let's put the lid back on. Okay. So the other thing, there is no need to have this piece of metal sticking down into my PlayStation 2 anymore. Also, the other thing I noticed, it did make the case a bit awkward to open and shut as well, so I guess it wasn't 100% in the right location. So that bit is now out again. as I say, I'll show you. That is the bit it's double-sided that they've used. So far there's only one piece remaining from that original Slim toolkit. Everything else has been done with good old trusted sellotape. Not even sellotape, this is some generic brand tape. But hey, you know what? As long as it works. Right, once more with feeling. And there we go. Alright, okay, we're going to select normal mode. And any second now we're going to select normal mode. Well, as you can see, need to plug that in before we can select normal mode. Just a bit of a memory part going on there. Okay, so now we'll select normal mode. And we'll select default. We'll swap this over, put the Prince of Persia disc in, and fingers crossed this should work. Brilliant. And obviously we don't have to keep this open. We can close this. No detriment to the system at all. And that's it, our disc is working perfectly. Okay. So test 2 is going to be let us get, let me try one of the American games on here. It may not work because, as you can see, the age of this monitor is pretty damn old, so I'll do Primal. Let's try that one. Okay, so normal Primal disc, as I say, it's the original one, but it is American. So let's try that. Put it in there, pull it back. Normal, and this time we're going to go NTSC, and the disc is booting away there nicely. Whether it will show up on the screen is another guess though. Oh, so far so good. Well, as you can see, it's gone black and white, but to be fair, I think this is down to the screen not being able to handle the signal properly, but ultimately it's playing.